So my dog Gus really knows how to take care of himself. And sometimes we just forget the basic things. I want to talk about, it's Sunday for me today, right now it's Sunday. And Sundays are important. Sundays are important times to do nothing. And you know, I want to, if we can look at this idea of sabbatical, sometimes professors or preachers get sabbaticals, the idea of Sabbath. So radical self-care is really hard for us to do. Yesterday, it rained all day out here at my house. It rained all over the southeast yesterday. And I had set aside a little project for myself. I had a bunch of Adirondack chairs to put together. So I stood and watched football and put together my Adirondack chairs. It was exactly what I wanted to do. And then after that, I went over to some friend's house and watched the Georgia game. Had a great day doing nothing, but doing exactly what I wanted to do. So it's a really important point that you allow yourself to retreat, to follow what is true to you and try to do what you're doing. Gus is having a good time just playing in the pond right now. Sorry. Gus. So, radical self-care means you set aside some time to take care of yourself. You can do it. We get so distracted with all the work and busyness of life. We stay too superficial. We're paying attention to emails and Instagrams, and all of those things are distracting us, and we never get ourselves down to deep thoughts. So deep thoughts are only possible if you're doing nothing. If your mind's going thinking about things, you're not going to get to the things that are really true to you, true to who you are. So let me talk about setting aside that kind of time. Some basic points of radical self-care would be things like sleep and food and hygiene and getting out in nature. Very simple things that we don't usually allow ourselves to do. You know, Sabbath is 1 in 7 days. That sounds like a lot. That'd be a lot of selfish time if you were actually doing what you wanted to do. Now, sometimes you may be in service doing that. You may be doing a project, or you may be just being a creature holed up in your bed, and that's okay too, as long as it's what you want to do. So, with sleep, make sure, this is the most important thing I want to tell you, get your rest. Go to bed on time. If you're hitting the snooze button, your body is not getting enough sleep. So if you're hitting the snooze button a lot, you just got to be a little bit more disciplined and go to bed earlier. Allow yourself to turn off the TV, get in bed, get more rest. You need more rest if you're hitting the snooze button a lot. And on the weekend, if you want to sleep in, that's okay. Don't throw off your sleep cycle too much, but try to get your rest. Put the baby to bed, and that's you. On food, sugar is just the bane of our cultural existence. We eat too much in carbs and corn and soda and don't drink enough water. And that is something we can all do better with. So more water, more vegetables. That would be a good plan. Allow yourself to take care of yourself that way. Make better food choices. Hygiene, that's a crazy idea, but you know, take your time in your bathroom, doing your thing, washing your face, taking care of your teeth. You can do that. You can indulge yourself there. Appreciate yourself there. I'm using a math term. Appreciate yourself there. Add to yourself by taking some time in the bathroom with your hygiene, enjoying yourself. You'll like that. Nature is really important. This is just a great time of year. It's my favorite. We're right here on the cusp of fall here in the south, and the leaves are starting to change, and there's something about being in nature that we've got to allow ourselves to do, to get outside. There's studies that say that we like looking at the changing leaves because it does something to us. It makes us feel good. It gives us energy, and you just got to allow yourself to get out in it. I'm always a big fan, I'll tell you a lot. Walk barefoot outside, even if it's cold. Feel it. Feel it. It's good for you. So radical self-care, these points of get your sleep, better choices with food, your hygiene, getting out into nature. Of course, we always need to move. Gus is still running laps around this lake, clomping around in the pond. He's having a great time. I'm outside walking around. It's a beautiful day, and you got to allow yourself to move. All of this in the service of radical self-care, which is allowing yourself to retreat, allowing yourself to have a Sunday, to take a Sabbath. What you find, buddy? Did you find anything? Huh? Gus knows how to do it. He's going to run and run and run, then he's going to lay down and take a good nap. Gus, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Can you take a nap this afternoon? Fall asleep watching some football, or fall asleep watching a movie? Or even better, plan 2 or 3 hours on Friday afternoon or next Saturday morning just for yourself. It's important to take these moments to take care of yourself, and allowing yourself a little time away is important. But you know what happens? We work, and then we overindulge in play and end up feeling guilty or messing things up because we're counterbalancing crazy extremes. So find some middle time where you're doing nothing. Find some middle time where you're doing nothing. It is something to set aside some time for yourself, to eat right, but it feels like it's nothing, but it's really important nothing.
Sabbatical.
You can do it. It's a sabbatical. It's time away. Take care.